So really the only difference as a DIQ is not how much percentage you get paid, it's that your volume is increasing. So if you got paid on $5,000 in personal team production, that would be $650 in commissions. Let's say you got 2 qualified team members, right? And that would be another $100. Two $50 bonuses equals $100. So now as a DIQ, you went from a $620 month to a $750 month. Now let's look what you left on the table from being a DIQ to being a director. Number one, as a director, you get paid a 13% commission on your order too. So that $1,000 that you put in as a car driver, as a DIQ, you don't get paid a 13% commission on that. You left that money on the table. Okay, so that's one big reason to move to directorship. The other thing you left on the table is the $2,000 in production that came from your personal team members. You don't get paid on that either as a car driver or as a DIQ. So that money got left on the table as well. You got the qualified team building bonuses for your 2 people, and you got 13% of your $5,000 in production for a total of $750. Okay, so again, you know, that makes a car payment, that makes a house payment. That's not bad money. But why would you want to continue and press on to directorship? Hold on to your hats. I hope you have your seatbelt on because this gets crazy. So as a director, doing the exact same $8,000 of production, still getting 2 qualified personal team members during that month. Let's throw in a couple of other scenarios. That $8,000 in production, in some way, you're going to get paid on all of that money. That's one of the hugest difference in being a director. Now let's assume, for the sake of this hypothesis, that in addition to the 2 qualified team members that you got personally, that your unit got 2 too. Somebody in your unit or 2 people in your unit at least got 1 qualified people. So your unit got a total of 4 qualified team members for our hypothetical month. But you did the same production. You still did $8,000 in production, and $1,000 of that was still yours. Okay? So are you ready? This is crazy. So as a director, not as a recruiter, not yet, as a director, you're going to get a 13% commission on the entire $8,000 of production. Your order, your personal team members' orders, their team members, their team members, and their team members forever. Whatever your unit does in production, once you become a sales director, you're going to get 13% of that. So 13% of $8,000 is $1,040. Okay, that's already a huge raise, and we have just gotten started. So $1,040. Now let's assume that, well, let's go to the next step, and that is the unit volume bonus. As a director, once your unit hits $5,000 in production each month, you are eligible for what we call a unit volume bonus. And it starts at $500 when you hit $5,000 in production, which is the minimum. Well, the minimum required to stay a director is $4,500 a month, but we're not talking minimums. So at $5,000 to get the unit volume bonus, you start out at $500. So if you did $8,000 in production in our hypothetical month, not only would you get paid 13% commission on that entire $8,000, but you would get an $800 unit volume bonus, because each $1,000 more your unit does, you get another $100. So it starts at $500 at $5,000. At $6,000 it would be $600, and in our hypothetical month, if you did $8,000 in production, you would get an $800 unit